It's good to see all of you. And if you can remember, we were reading a story called The Toys Go Out. I know the words are backwards, sorry, but we were reading the story The Toys Go Out about Buffalo, Plastic, and Stingray. And I wanted to keep reading that story to you guys. So I'm going to go back. And we're going to start on chapter 5. Remember, Lumpy had been in the washing machine, and Stingray had gotten in the bathtub, and Plastic had gone to the beach, and all these things. Remember that? Well, I want to read to you chapter 5 today, and it's called How Lumpy Got on the Big High Bed and Lost Something rather good looking. Every night, Stingray goes up on the big high bed to sleep. Lumpy, Plastic, and the one-eared sheep and the toy mice all stay on the floor. The bed is a nice place to be. It has a warm patchwork quilt and 4 fluffy pillows on the table next to the stand of glass, a glass of water, and a stack of books. Every night, Stingray gets to cuddle with the little girl. Stingray even goes under the covers. Lumpy has only been on the bed for short visits, and Plastic has never been up there at all. Why you? Every single night? Asked Lumpy when Stingray comes down one morning to play on the shaggy rug where he, Sheep, and Plastic are sitting around doing nothing. Why, not me. You have to be clean to go up on the bed, says Stingray. There can't be crumbs and peanut butter up there. Why not Plastic then? You have to be furry, says Stingray. Balls don't even go. It used to be me before she came, muttered Sheep. I don't care, chirped Plastic, who had been spending much of the night rolling around the stairs and then bouncing back up again 3 at a time. Do you want to come watch me on the steps, Lumpy? I roll down like a race car. Not really, says Lumpy. I've seen you roll before. It's totally different on the stairs, pleads Plastic. It doesn't seem fair, says Lumpy to Stingray, that you go up on the high bed every single night. What do you do up there? Private stuff, says Stingray, between me and the little girl. But why don't I get to be private stuff? Sorry, it's not like I have a choice. The little girl takes me. She wants me, I guess, because of how much she loves me. She loves me too, says Lumpy. Of course she does, but not enough to go up on the big high bed. Don't feel bad. Huh. Lumpy turns his tail to Stingray and pretends to be interested in a bit of orange fluff he sees on the rug. Lumpy? Lumpy nuzzles a bit of the fluff and doesn't answer. Want to go look out the window? Lumpy mumbles quietly to a bit of the fluff as if he doesn't hear. Or watch television? He doesn't answer. We can play marbles. The fluff is taking all of Lumpy's attention. It takes up all his attention for the entire day. He won't talk to Stingray at all. The next morning, Lumpy starts looking at the fluff again. As soon as Stingray comes down from the bed, he looks at it all morning, all afternoon, and all evening. He does this for 6 days. On the 7th day, Stingray comes down and pokes him in the shoulder. Know what? He says. I have an idea for getting the little girl to bring you up on the bed. Do you want to hear it? Lumpy stops looking at the fluff and looks at Stingray instead. We can decorate you, she says, to make you more of a bedtime buffalo. We could drape you in rabbit fur and flannel and put a big pair of fuzzy slippers on your feet and maybe some bows and ribbons on your tail and some pink and yellow feathers. You will look so cuddly. She will have to take you to bed. Huh, says Lumpy. What? Is there another option? Sure, we could break your tail. Just a small break near the end. Maybe by using a hammer on it when nobody is looking. And then you could be injured. The little girl would wrap your bottom up in the towel and masking tape and bring you up on the bed as well. What if you pretend to be lost in the closet? Suggested Lumpy. Then she'd take me, I bet. Stingray doesn't think that would work. I read something you could try, piped up Plastic, who has been listening in from the spot underneath the bed. But it's not very nice. It's a trick. They used it on the old television commercials and science experiments. Subliminal messages. Oh, submarine messages, cries Stingray. Why didn't I think of them before? What are they? Asked Lumpy. It's too complicated to explain, stalled Stingray. Isn't it, Plastic? Plastic pauses. I can explain a little bit, she finally says. Oh, a little bit, sure. That we could do, says Stingray. You go ahead. I read that in the supermarkets they used to have the secret messages playing very quietly under the music that people didn't know their brains could hear. Begins Plastic. Messages that would say, buy sugary cereal. Or, you need to eat a lot of meat. Buy it here. The message would get the shoppers to do what they wanted them to. This isn't a supermarket, says Lumpy. Duh, says Plastic. But we could do it like this. Stingray could whisper in the little girl's ear while she's asleep. When the girl wakes up, she'll think whatever Stingray has told her. Ooh. Stingray is silent for a minute. What if I whisper, don't eat your vegetables? Or sit in front of the TV all day like a giant wet noodle? Or cheat at the card game? What if my submarine message is, buy Stingray lots of presents? Well, will she really do whatever I say? Stingray feels a thrill. Plastic rolls side by side nervously. Forget I told you about it. It only maybe works anyway. If it maybe works, I want to try it, insists Lumpy. I shouldn't have mentioned it, says Plastic. It's a bad idea. Then how am I going to get on the bed? Cries Lumpy, looking up at the fluffy pillows from his spot on the rug. I have to get up there. Don't worry, says Stingray. I've done submarine messages lots of times before. I'll get you up. It is hard to think about sharing that big high bed. In fact, Stingray doesn't want to share it at all. But even more, she doesn't want Lumpy to ignore her and stare at that bit of fluff all day. That evening, Stingray stays awake when the little girl falls asleep. Bring Lumpy to bed. Bring Lumpy to bed. Bring Lumpy to bed. Bring Lumpy to bed, she whispers all long time into the night. The next evening, after brushing her teeth and putting her on her pajamas, the little girl lifts Lumpy up along with Stingray. The submarine messages has worked. Lumpy is excited. Cool white pillows, patchwork quilt, warm flannel sheets, private time. He can hardly believe it's true. But here is what happened up on that high bed. Not much. The girl's father read 3 stories aloud. He sings a short lullaby. The girl kisses her father 4 times and turns out the light and leaves. Then the girl kisses Stingray and Lumpy, tucks them under the covers, and goes right to sleep. Stingray goes to sleep too. Lumpy lies there and stares at the ceiling. He stares at the clock, which glows in the dark. He stares at the curtains, blowing slightly in the wind. He doesn't feel sleepy. Psst, psst, psst. Hey, Stingray, he whispers. Stingray doesn't answer. Stingray, he whispers again, nipping her gently on the cheek. What? Stingray sounds muddled. Want to play I Spy? It's dark. I can't spy anything. I need a drink of water, moans Lumpy. No, you don't. Then I need to tell another story. Will you tell me a story? I can't think of one now, says Stingray. I'm trying to sleep. Want to sing Camptown Races? No. Just a little bit? I think it will help me relax. Camptown Races, sing a song. Doo-dah, doo-dah, mumbles Stingray softly and closes her eyes. Lumpy stares at the ceiling again. He stares at the clock. He stares at the curtains. He still doesn't feel sleepy. He crawls to the edge of the high bed and looks down. The toy mice are playing leapfrog. Plastic is reading one of the big books and rolling slightly side to side. The one-eared sheep is laughing with the wooden rocking horse in the corner. Lumpy sighs and rearranges himself on the bed. The problem is, he usually stays up late. This time of night, he likes to be doing stuff. Playing marbles or checkers or pick-up sticks, something. It is not his bedtime yet. Not even close. Boink! Lumpy jumps down. It hurts his bottom when he lands, but he doesn't mind. He is so happy to be down again that he kisses all 3 toy mice with his buffalo mouth and then trots over to Plastic and offers to watch her roll down the stairs. Every night after that, the little girl takes Lumpy to the bed with her. Lumpy feels he's got it made. All the important things and extra kisses of going to sleep on the high bed and none of the boringness. All right, boys and girls, we're going to stop right there for today. Love you.